The commercial real estate market is changing, and it's changing at an absolutely breakneck pace. So for all you brokers who want to get ahead, and more importantly, stay there, we're going to walk through the complete playbook for transforming your business.
And let's be crystal clear right from the get-go. This isn't just about marketing or getting a few more followers. We are literally talking about survival. The stakes couldn't be higher because the entire fundamental model of brokerage as we know it is breaking down.
Okay, so let's just rip the Band-Aid off. The uncomfortable truth is that the old ways are dying. All those traditional methods, the tactics that built entire careers for decades, they're failing. The very foundation of this business is facing a massive existential crisis.
And it really comes down to these four big threats. First, cold calling. It's yielding less and less. Legacy owners are just done with it. Second, the war for talent is insane. And the best young brokers, they don't want anything to do with these old-school dinosaur firms. Third, fee compression is absolutely crushing the profits of generalists. And finally, the big one. AI is making your data, your old secret weapon, instantly available and free for everybody.
But, and this is the most important part, for the brokers who can see around the corner, this whole disruption isn't a threat at all. It is the single greatest opportunity you will ever have in your career to completely dominate your market.
So, let's get right into the new playbook, and we're going to start with Pillar 1, reclaiming your most precious asset, your time. And we're going to do this using what we call the digital clone strategy. Take a look at this number, 150. You know what that is? That's the number of hours per year the average broker loses on what's basically free consulting. We're talking about those repetitive Groundhog Day conversations, explaining the same old market dynamics over and over to leads who aren't even qualified. That's almost 4 full work weeks down the drain. So the solution is your digital clone. What is that? It's a library of really sharp, high-quality, objection-killer videos. You record the answers to the top 10 client questions one time, and then you just send them out before you even have a first meeting. It completely automates the education part, it filters out all the tire kickers, and it makes sure that when you finally do sit down with someone, you're talking strategy, not the basic.
All right, so you've got your time back. Now we can move on to Pillar 2 and tackle the biggest problem in the market right now, a lack of inventory. We're going to do this with the Trojan Horse strategy.
This requires a massive mindset shift. You got to understand, legacy property owners are just so tired of cold calls. They see you as a shark just circling their life's work. To get in the door, you have to stop acting like a salesperson and start acting like a historian.
I mean, this just perfectly shows the difference, right? The shark script, that gets you an instant hang-up. But the historian script, that's what we call a pattern interrupt. You're not asking for a deal, you're offering them an honor. You're validating their entire career, and believe me, that opens doors that have been slammed shut for years. Okay, let's keep going and hit the next 2 pillars, which you'll see are totally connected. We're talking about how to win the war for talent and, at the same time, finally kill that profit-draining cycle of fee compression. So here's the honest truth. The top Gen Z and millennial talent, they are not going to work for a firm that operates like it's 1995. The old offer, a desk, a phone book, it's a joke to them. The new winning offer is what we call infrastructure for fame. You give them studio access, the tools to build their own personal brand. That is an absolute magnet for ambitious people.
And this chart really says it all about your earning power. The generalist is just stuck on a flat line, always fighting over fees. But the specialist, the broker who creates a niche micro-series on something specific like medical offices and torrents, they're on an upward curve. Their authority just keeps growing, and pretty soon, they're the one naming their price.
So let's get to our final pillar, which is all about tackling the biggest disruption of them all, artificial intelligence. This is how you future-proof your career, by mastering what we call the human premium.
You have to get this. For decades, your value was all about having data that clients didn't. Well, that era is over. As AI makes data totally free and instant, your value shifts. It shifts entirely to the things a machine simply cannot do: real empathy, deep trust, and navigating the incredibly complex emotions of a negotiation.
So think of it as a new division of labor. You let AI handle all the grunt work, the stuff that's now a commodity like data analysis and drafting contracts. And that frees you up to spend all of your time on the high-value human stuff, the places where you are truly irreplaceable.
You know, in a world that's about to be flooded with AI avatars and deepfakes, a grainy webcam video just isn't going to cut it anymore. A professionally produced, high-fidelity video becomes your ultimate proof of humanity. It's a powerful, undeniable signal that there's a real expert sharing real insight. So let's bring this all home. This isn't just a handful of tactics we've talked about. It's a completely new operating system for your entire business. And right now, you're standing at a crossroads.
The playbook really boils down to 5 core pillars. You use a digital clone to enable sales. You use the Trojan Horse strategy to get inventory. You offer infrastructure for fame to win the best talent. You launch a micro-series to protect your fees. And you broadcast your human premium to future-proof your entire career.
The tools of the trade have changed. It's that simple. The old symbols of power, that thick Rolodex, the telephone, they're being replaced by the camera and the microphone.
Look, the brokers who adopt this new way of thinking today are going to own the market tomorrow. And the ones who wait, they risk being left behind, basically competing with algorithms. The playbook is right here. The studio is ready. So the only real question left is, are you?